Have you heard the term scripting? Do you, as an autistic adult, script? In this video, we will break down what scripting is in the autism community and why we autistic script. So let's get started. Hey, Define Yourselfers, I'm Chris Mitchell from theconfidentautistic.com. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I appreciate you checking out the video, and I hope you will check out the other videos in my channel and come back for more content. I am an autistic adult, late diagnosed, a multi-certified life coach, and an advocate for autistic adults, empowering you to embrace autism confidently. If this resonates with you, please consider supporting our channel. You can show your support by liking, sharing, and commenting on this video. But the best way to show your support is by subscribing to this channel. And when you subscribe, do not forget to ring the bell to be notified of new videos and when I go live. Autism scripting is a repetitive behavior that can be a valuable communication tool for people with autism spectrum disorder like you and me. There are 5 main reasons we script as autistic adults. And the first is that scripting is a coping mechanism. Scripting is a coping mechanism that can help us cope with the anxiety and stress that we experience in social situations. Number 2, communication. Scripting helps us communicate our thoughts, needs, and emotions. Scripting can also help us navigate social interactions and express ourselves to others. Scripting provides us a sense of structure and predictability, 2 things that are very important to many people in the spectrum, including myself. I need structure, I need predictability. When there's not structure or predictability in my life, I am more likely to feel anxiety, to feel stressed, to maybe experience a shutdown or a meltdown from the lack of structure or predictability. And scripts can give us that, at least on our end. But the difficult part is when we script, the other person we're talking to does not know the script and they ad lib. That's what it's called when they say things we do not expect them to say or that's not in our script. And then that throws us off. But, scripting does provide us with a sense of structure and predictability, which can help us feel more comfortable. That's one of the benefits of scripting for us, although it can be a double-edged sword because we have a script, the other person does not know it, then they say something and we don't have a script for that response. That's where it gets kind of scary, but the scripts do help us because if we don't have the scripts, the whole thing's unscripted and we could experience more anxiety, more stress, and feel more uncomfortable in every conversation. Another reason we script is known as backup scripting, or for the purpose of backup. We often fall back under scripting when we feel pressure to think of something original to say. By creating a script beforehand, which can be called prefabrication, we are prepared and able to communicate with others when it is too hard for us to form our own words. Here are 4 examples of what scripting looks like. The first is known as greeting scripts. Greeting scripts are used to initiate social interactions. If you watch the movie Temple Grandin, which I do have a link to my review of that movie in the video description, you would notice that Temple had a script she used when she met someone. She would say, "Hello, I'm Temple Grandin. It's nice to meet you," or some version of that script. Now, there's one scene where she deviates from her script. Actually, she totally forgets the script because she's so excited about something. And she was reminded that is not the way we greet people. Another type of scripting is known as conversation starters. And these are used to initiate dialogue or small talk. And I know I don't like small talk. I talked about it in other videos. And the response I've been receiving from you guys, you all don't like small talk either, so we're all in the same boat. But conversation starters that initiate dialogue or small talk examples include saying, "How are you doing today?" to start a conversation. Now, I do this myself. When I call someone, and this part of my scripting has my anxiety and phone call, especially somebody I do not know, but I do it with people I know as well. One of the first things that comes out of my mouth is, "How are you doing today?" or "How are you doing?" Now, the reason I did that was, for myself. I have a script, I have a dialogue, I know what I'm going to say. It cuts down my anxiety. But a benefit to it, accidental benefit, because I did not do it for this purpose initially, is when you call customer service and you ask that rep how they're doing. Most callers don't ask that. Their tone of voice, I noticed, changes, and they're more willing to help you resolve your problem because you showed that you cared about them. So it's a little bonus tip there. So do start conversations with, "How are you doing today?" Now, for small talk, it's been recommended. I heard this from another autistic influencer. People would tell you to say things like, "Today is Friday," if it's actually Friday, to initiate small talk, or you can talk about the weather, whatever. Now, we mentioned this a little bit earlier. I'm going to bring it back because I think it's important. I don't care for small talk. I don't see the point in telling somebody something they should already know, because one, to me, it makes me sound like an idiot, and two, I think I'm insulting that person's intelligence. So I really don't care for small talk. But if you want or need to engage in small talk, conversation scripts are a great way to initiate that kind of a conversation. Another form of scripting is known as request scripting. We use request scripting to ask for help in a less direct way. An example may include saying, "I am having trouble with this," to ask someone to help you do something. Last but certainly not least, there is transition scripts to change or end a conversation. As autistics, we might just want to jump from one topic to another. However, it often throws the other person we're having a conversation, throws them off, and it can come across to them as being rude or blunt, and can be seen as us being disrespectful or uninterested in what the other person was saying. Instead, we create scripts in advance that we can use to acknowledge what the other person has said and introduce what we want to talk about. We also use transition scripts to end a conversation. For many on the spectrum, including myself, when we are done with a conversation, we either just want to walk away, hang up the phone, whatever, without saying anything, or bluntly say something like, "Bye." Transition scripting that we may use to get out of a conversation may include, "It was nice talking with you," or "I will talk with you later." Now it's your turn. Do you script? How does scripting help you? Share your thoughts in the comments on this video, or join the conversation in our Facebook group, Autistic Adults Embracing Autism. A link to that group is in the video description. Now, I may not be able to respond to every single comment, but rest assured, I do read each and every comment, and they are very important to me. I love hearing your feedback. So in the comments, tell me what you thought of the video, what you liked, what you didn't like, or what topics you would like to see in future videos. I would love to hear them. So until next time, this is Chris Mitchell, aka The Confident Autistic, reminding you that now is the time for you to embrace autism confidently. Join me live Thursday nights for The Confident Autistic Live, where I answer your questions, we discuss this week's videos, offer support, and more. The fun starts Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Time in the US of A. Be sure to click the bell when you subscribe to the channel to be notified when the party begins.